Malteser International's main regional office is located in Bukavu. From this office, projects for the entire province are organized. It's also used to store medical and other humanitarian supplies urgently needed by the population in the affected villages and IDP camps. Four-wheel drive trucks, indispensable on such rough roads. The 160-kilometer trip begins. Our destination, Kigulube, a village completely isolated due to destroyed infrastructure. The road is quite a challenge. Parts of it are well maintained while others are covered with potholes. Sometimes the road is so narrow that two vehicles are unable to pass one another. We arrive in Metala. A joy for the locals. They haven't seen a truck for almost 22 years. South Kivu province is almost uncharted territory. The quality of the roads from the capital of Bukavu to the west constantly declines. In some areas, there are no more recognizable roads at all. These supplies are heading for the medical center in Kigulube. The staff takes care of the boxes to stop them from falling into the wrong hands. The regional head of community knows how important the presence of the aid organization and its partners is.
Malteser International AEO comme exécutant.
Malteser International and AEO used the funds provided by the European Union to accomplish something we had always hoped for, the geographical integration of this region, and therefore the end of our intellectual isolation. It's a day of joy for the children. They see the arrival of a truck and a motorcycle, and soon they can be treated in a medical center.
Une moto, et bientôt ils seront soignés dans un centre hospitalier.
We prepare to walk the rest of the way since it's impossible to go any further by truck. This is where Malteser International's road rehabilitation ends. There are plans to rebuild the remaining 6 kilometers to Kigulube in early 2009 using funds provided by the European Commission. There was a road here before, but that was many years ago. Nowadays, the road is decayed, shabby, and barely more than a rugged footpath. We carry our heavy luggage along small rivers and through thick bushes. We walk for several hours without rest. But the first sight of Kigulube raises our hopes. The road rehabilitation is going very well. Another aid organization, the AAP, works together with local helpers to rebuild the road from here to Metala.
Bonjour.
Throughout 2009, the two parts are supposed to meet, thereby completing the 344-kilometer road. This road will then be the only connection between the eastern and the western part of the province, and it will be ready for traffic for the first time in 12 years. Equally important for the population, a new hospital is being built in Kigulube for the many people in this village and the surrounding area. After completion of the north-south connection in the next years, this hospital will then be located at the center of an important transport corridor. It will therefore be easily accessible for the people from the surrounding region. The hospital is built by Malteser International and its local partner. The project is funded by the European Commission. Precision work. Nothing is left to chance. The hospital will comprise 2 wards with 15 rooms, as well as an operating theatre. This will be a ray of hope for the village and the entire population of the surrounding area. Soon there will be efficient health care available. At present, some of the regions in the Democratic Republic of Congo are cut off from the rest of the country. It's impossible to get there by bike, motorbike, and least of all by car. In these regions, the infant mortality rate is noticeably higher than in regions with good transport infrastructure. This road project does not only help to improve the quality of life in the villages, but also creates jobs for many people. But there's even more. This vital road rehabilitation project not only enabled access to humanitarian aid, but also improved the socio-economic living conditions of the population that was isolated and neglected for so long. Roads mean safety, since the rebels and militias mostly hide in the deep jungle. Roads allow for the supply of goods and make it easier for humanitarian aid to reach the villages. They raise the standard of living by making it easier for people to travel to hospitals, markets, and cities. By July 2007, the road had been rebuilt to a total length of 220 kilometers. Soon afterwards, the first positive effects were visible. The village that had no road access a couple of months ago now has a buzzing market square where people meet, exchange, and trade.